What is up, my wine-loving friends? Hello, vivants, and happy freaking Friday. It is rainy outside, not my favorite kind of weather, but alas, here we are. $15 Friday, guys, it's happening, and once again, I'm bringing you another $15-ish wine. This week, it's red again because I just can't get enough of these awesome reds that I've been finding. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. This week, I'm heading to Spain. I rarely do Spanish wines. I don't know why. I think it's mostly just I have a hard time finding them. But a lot of you have asked me for Tempranillo. You've asked me for Spanish reds. So I haven't done Tempranillo. I will do a Tempranillo. This week I'm doing MENCIA. If you are Spanish speaking, you might pronounce it MENCIA. I pronounce it MENCIA. It is from Northwest Spain. You will only find it in Spain and in Portugal. So what is this little grape like? Well, aromatically, it's very similar to Pinot Noir or Cabernet Franc. It can be very floral. It's very pretty. It's got a lot of aromats. It's not just one fruit. It's a lot of different things, which is kind of what people love about this grape. Kind of hard to find. It doesn't exist everywhere. There's not a lot of it. But our friends at Jorge Ordonez's Selections, they are the broker for this wine. He specializes in finding really old plantings of indigenous varietals from Spain, and that's kind of what this is right here. This is, I'm gonna say Triton. I'm guessing it's probably pronounced Triton. T-R-I-T-O-N, MENCIA. MENCIA is the grape. Triton, Bodegas Triton is the overarching producer, and then this is going to be from the Bierzo DOC. So guys, like we talked about with the Italian DOCs, DOCGs, same kind of setup here. This is a particular region within Galicia, within Northwest Spain, called Bierzo, and it does adhere to the regulations that are put on this particular region. So let's get into the wine, shall we? Cool. All right, so on the nose. Beautiful, aromatically very intense, very floral, very violet, very lavender, very strawberry fields. It almost has like a southwest nose to it. It smells a little bit like Morvet. It smells like something kind of rich, kind of brambly, but way more floral. So last week we talked about Dolcetto, which is kind of bright. It's more brambly, it's more raspberry, more cherry, a lot less floral. This is very soft, very aromatic, very beautiful, very lush kind of nose. Absolutely gorgeous. And then since we always talk about the quality of the fruit, what kind of fruit is going on in here, I would say this is kind of reaching towards being slightly almost overripe. Definitely doesn't have those like sour cherry notes to it. Nothing sour about this. Kind of rich, kind of very violety, very floral, very aromatic, and very pleasing on the nose. I really like this nose a lot. And this rainy weather that we're having, it is like perfect wine right now. So on the palate. Very dark, very blackberry, more of that violet, more of that lavender. It really does remind me a bit of a Southwest French red, one of those cool little like Languedoc blends. The viscosity is really nice on this guy. So what I mean by viscosity is it's got a lot of texture. There's a silkiness to it. There's a ripeness, there's a brambliness to this. The acid is not that high. It's really pleasing, really soft. Think of this as like a nice step between a Pinot Noir and a Cabernet Franc. Obviously not a Cabernet Franc Noir, but more of a California Cabernet Franc. Something kind of edging on the side of being a little bit fuller than a Pinot Noir, a little bit more of that soft, pretty playfulness, and a little bit less acid. The body on this wine is a little bit more full than a Pinot Noir as well. So you've got, I would say, reaching towards that like medium plus. It's not quite a Cabernet, it's not quite a Petit Syrah, maybe even closer to something like a Syrah from Northern Rhone, like Côte Rôtie. It has kind of that silken playfulness to it. The fruit is dark. It's kind of got an earthing quality to it. So again, if you're somebody that loves that sort of juxtaposition of a Cabernet Franc where aromatically it's very pretty, it's very floral, it's very rosy, but you also get this really cool kind of underbrush, kind of earthen, fresh turned soil thing going on the palate. That's really similar to what's happening in this little MENCIA. I don't get to play with MENCIA a lot. It's kind of like I just said, it's a grape that I don't see very much of. but this is a great producer of it. The vines are on the older side of things. I'm thinking they're kind of around like 60 to 70 years old. Will vary in price between somewhere along the lines of like $13 to $16. Different vintages available on wine.com for different states. So for California right now, you're finding the 13 and I think the 15, and then Michigan, you're finding the 15 and the 10. Guys, as this wine ages, it's definitely going to start edging into the earthy side of things. So if you do find this with a little bit of age, just know that all of that kind of richness that you're getting with the fruit may not exist in an older vintage. It might, I haven't had it, but that's sort of my, if I had to guess at what was going on with a few years of age on this wine, I think it's probably gonna start kind of turning into a more Cabernet Franc direction, meaning it's gonna get a little bit more of those like earthy components to it. What else? Yeah, guys, this is, I really love Spanish reds. I think I'm gonna start doing a few more. I'm still looking for a great Tempranillo at $15. I haven't found the one that I love yet, but this was a great find, again, that I actually picked up at my little local Sunshine grocery store that's also available on wine.com. And then also keeping in mind, if you do see this Jorge Ordonez selections, great trust agent. This guy really focuses on quality producers, really old vines, indigenous varietals, and is really big on getting quality producers from Spain to other regions like the United States. So a great trust agent a la Kermit Lynch that you can always look for on the label. Whoops. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will talk to you guys later. In the meantime, be sure to check out the links below. That's where you can find links to these wines. And if you want to keep an eye on what I'm doing in the world between videos, please do follow me on Instagram at SOMMVIVANT and send me a little message and say what's up. I will talk to you guys all soon. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.